Okay, so I got a request for an up close and personal view of the distressing. So here I am up close and personal on a no makeup Saturday, so that's awesome. But again, this is the 3 coats of chalk paint in Bauhaus Buff. And I've got 1 coat of the light Amy Howard wax on it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my chip brush and I'm gonna load up the very top of it pretty heavy with the dark wax. And you can see that I'm just stippling it across. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking it and pushing it down and pulling it back so that whatever extra is coming off my brush onto the beveling of this cabinet. And I'll pull it across like this. And it's going to catch all of that beveling because it's raised up. And you can see from the side that it's starting to get that rustic feel already. And now your option from here is you can either buff it down so it's not quite so rustic, or you can just keep adding and adding and adding. It's totally up to you. I'm going to go into the face of the cabinet now. I'm going to load it up again. So basically I'm just taking the wax and pulling and pulling. And then I'm just going to stroke it onto the paint and across. It's pretty easy. I mean, I was fairly terrified when I first started because, my God, this is going to be super expensive if I mess it up. But at the same time, it's like, if you go slow and you just take your time, you don't freak out about it, everything turns out okay. And you know, worst case scenario, you can always revert back to what you used to have. So that was kind of the cool thing about this. So don't be afraid to go for it. You've got room to grow, you've got room to experiment. And the best thing about distressing your cabinets is the more you mess it up, the better it is. So here is your up close and personal with it. You can see that sometimes I'll just take a hash mark like, oh, you know, somebody just kicked it there, because that's usually what you do with a cabinet by accident. But, you know, I say go for it. And that's about it. Happy houseworking.